Hey, so I'm really excited to share this video. And this video is basically going to talk about how to use Flipgrid for virtual instruction, which is almost it's, it's perfect. Flipgrid would be perfect when it comes to digital instruction when you're not able to be physically there with your kids. Okay. And one of the reasons I want to share this is because I have served as a learning technology specialist for a very large district in Nashville, Tennessee. My hair. There we go. In Nashville, Tennessee. And I see the needs of teachers. I also just have a heart to help, and I love Flipgrid. And I don't know if a Flipgrid person is watching this or the company, but I would sell your product. I love it. But anyway, no need to sell it because it's free for educators, which is really cool. Okay, anyway, so let's look at the platform. I'm at flipgrid.com right here. So I've actually created an account just with my basic Gmail account. But as teachers, you can use if you're a Microsoft district, whatever you are, Google district, you could use your school email, set yourself up with a brand new account. Go to educator login. Very simple to do. And once you're in, you're in. Okay. So now I've already logged in. So when I click educator login, I'm right here. So again, the purpose of this video is not necessarily to show you the tiny nitty gritty details, but I want to show you how this can be used for virtual instruction. Like right now, the coronavirus is huge, is a big deal in the world, and you're not able to be physically with your kids. And I know that hurts. But even for our smallest children, this would be a powerful tool, especially for our kindergarten learners, first grade, second grade, those whose attention span may not be super long in front of a computer screen when you're not with them. This would be really powerful. So I happen to use Flipgrid for a number of things. One of the things I use Flipgrid for, I have very little piano students. I have kindergartners, first graders, second graders, all the way through seventh grade piano students. So I actually house, really quick, I'll show you this, and then we're going to dive into, this is actually a good example of what we're going to do. I use Flipgrid as a way for them to access me playing all of their music. So I should go to view. So let's go back. I want to show you this. Really cool. So for my kindergartners, my first graders, whoever they are, I may see them, or I may not see them at all right now. I may not, their parents may prefer not to do Zoom, and that is some parents' preference. So if they don't want to, I've actually made videos of me playing all of their music for them in our first pod or our first chapter. So I'm giving little instructional tips for them, and then I'm playing the song for them or with them, however they want to do it. Really cool, okay? But this is the same idea that I want to talk to you about today, all right? So let's go all the way back to the beginning. So we just logged into Flipgrid, and for those who are brand new to Flipgrid, we will set something up. But right here is our grid page. So basically a grid is like a classroom, okay? And inside the classroom, you have different topics, or you have different assignments, okay? So right here in my classroom, I have, let's see how many classrooms I have here. I have 4 classrooms. This one I set up for fun, but I have a classroom called We Are Nashville, a classroom called My Music Studio Performances, and a classroom called Diamond Piano Method, which is my piano curriculum. Okay, so you could set up a classroom for your students. All right, so we're setting up a classroom for your students. We just need to name the classroom. So let's say it's Mr. Finney's music class. It could be anything. This could be your ELA class, whatever you want to call it. So let's say it's my music class. That's it. Let's say it's 3rd grade. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to choose school email. I'm not going to choose student ID. Why? Because kids aren't recording these videos. I am. So I don't have to worry about, unless I'm worried about protection and all that for my own self, but I'm not recording students. I'm not housing student videos, which makes this so much easier. So much easier. I'm going to make these public just like I was on YouTube. So these videos will be public. There's my access code, but I'm going to see that. Next, I need to give this. So if I want to add a layer of security, I can still put a password on this. So it needs to have an uppercase, lowercase. So I did music. Okay. All right. Number and a symbol. Next, at least 8 characters long. My grid is ready. Okay. So I'm going to exit out of this so we can see what that looks like. Ooh, that's legit. I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. So I like that background. I'm happy. Anyway, so my grid is created. We're going to go to the grid. All right, let's click on it. The views that we're looking at right now are the teacher views, not the respondee view. Okay, and the reason that's important is when you as the teacher respond, the view will look different. So we'll see that in a second. Okay, all right, so we're here, we're inside of the classroom, the music classroom we just created for our 3rd grade music students. Now, inside of the classroom, we're gonna have topics. Now, your topics could be anything. So kind of think about what you're teaching your students. It could be between now and June or the end of May, or if we're thinking about for next year, what you're teaching your students throughout the first quarter. What are you teaching your students? So you could have a topic for whatever that unit is. So, I mean, you can make this whatever you want to make it. So say one of the units you're teaching, and I'm going to, since I named my class a music class, so one of the units I'm teaching, let's say it's on reading rhythms. So we're going to talk about the quarter note, the half note, and the whole note. So we're reading rhythms, okay? Here I can give a description of what this is all about. In this, let's say in this topic, students will learn about our basic, let's say our 3 basic big rhythms. You know, I'm just typing something. And I'll put the quarter note. Oh, I can type, I promise. Half note and whole note. Okay, so this whole section will be about learning these rhythms, learning what they are, how to put them in context in music. Okay, pretty cool. Now, I want to give myself as a teacher at least, oh my gosh, Flipgrid has added 10 minutes up here. I'm going to cry. So that's awesome. So, but I'm going to give myself the max. So there's 10 minutes. I'm really excited about that. The 10 minutes is really cool. So I'll give myself up to 10 minutes in a video, but it could be 5 minutes long. That way, you know, if we're teaching our itty bitty ones, it's just 5 minutes long, you know, that they're watching each video. Okay, to make it really attractive and cool, you can add whatever visual you want up here. A focus visual. It could be an emoji. I love getting GIFs. And we'll see what this looks like in a second. So this is all about music. So if I can find something that's pretty cool, let's pick, we're talking about rhythms. This is really cool. This penguin is listening to some cool rhythms. We'll choose him. All right. And just a quick plug-in for Flipgrid. They continuously upgrade this platform. It stays super relevant, and I have used it with elementary school, middle school, and high school students. It is powerful. So if you're new to Flipgrid, please dive in head first. All right, so there's more options here. Again, we're not doing this for students to respond. We're making instructional videos for me as the teacher to create and respond to. So moderation, students aren't going to be up here. They're not doing it. No student replies. No need for that. Okay. It'll be active today until forever. It's not going to freeze. All right. And I can add a selfie of myself at the end of every video. That's kind of cool. So all of this, you can see how many people have viewed the video, add a title, stickies for yourself while you're recording, just as little notes. You can edit it if you want to. We'll leave all that the way it is. I didn't touch any of that. Create. Okay? That's simple. Again, you can copy this. I love this. So Flipgrid is showing you the access link to get to this specific topic. So I could send this link to my students and they'll see the unit for rhythm. our rhythm unit. That's it. Okay, you can do that as well. All right, but I'm all set. So all I have to do now, literally all I have to do now is start to record. Okay, and I do want to mention this. So Flipgrid has made a way for you to share and to record a response from the teacher view. So again, I told you before, you're on the teacher view and we're about to head to the student view so you can see that. But we're in the teacher view right now because we're making everything. Okay, and we'll see the difference in a second. But you can share the topic from here. You can also record a response from here. That's powerful and that's new. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's look at what it would look like for the student, and the way to do that. If you ever hover over flip code, wherever it is, it's going to pop up view as student. So this is what your students will see. Now we have a password. Let's go. Okay, so now that we're inside the student view, meaning when we send the link, and we'll talk about that in the next video, when we send the link to the students, so we're telling them, okay, students, I'm going to send you a link to our instructional videos, our content for this year or this quarter. I would send them this link and they would get to this screen. So this is our virtual class inside of Flipgrid. When they're here, all the activities and assignments that we've created for them would be right here as topics. And we could click here. Right now we have one topic that's active, but we can show any topics that we create, any units that we create would be here. And right now we only have the reading rhythms unit. Okay. Now the videos for them to access would be right here. Okay. And this is also the way, another way as a teacher, we can add our video. Okay. Add the content. All right. Now I want to review everything. So let's go back to the top. Let's pretend like this is all the beginning. We're just starting. I'm going to exit out of some of these. I got so much going on. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's go flipgrid.com, the very beginning. All right. From the very beginning, this is the site, flipgrid.com, and we talked about how to create an account or to log in. Once your account is created, go to Educator Login. And once you're here, you're looking at your classrooms. Grids are classrooms. These are all of our classrooms. Flip code, we can view a student. Okay, another way we can view a student. Okay, so we're going to go ahead into, let me show you this before we go into the grid. Notice it says private here instead of public, but I told you it was a public grid. Well, as soon as we added that password, it became private. Okay, so now no one can access our content inside of our classroom without the password. All right, that we set. All right, let's go ahead in there. And that's just a little layer of security for us. So now we're in our classroom. This is the teacher view. Notice it looks a little different than that big student view. All right, and right now we have one topic in here that's active. Well, I'm going to make this one active too so you can see what it would look like when you have multiple units. But again, as an example, let's say you have a class of kindergarten and you send the message out to parents that you only want your kindergartners to access this unit for this month. Then this would be, reading rhythms would be the only one active. So your other ones, if you've already prepped and made them, you could go in and hide them. Okay? But we're going to go ahead and make it active so we can see it. It was already hidden. All right. All right. So once we're here, before we view it as a student, let's say as a teacher, we're inside of the topic. All of the videos, instructional videos we've created to help teach reading rhythms would be here. Okay. I showed you how to view as a student. All right. And the students will have to put in the code. All right. This is the student view of your classroom, your virtual classroom. All right, and now we have more than one topic for them to go into, and all the content would be here. I hope this video was helpful. Now, there's going to be a second video so I can show you how to create the videos, your content. But I do want to tell you before we're gone, before I leave you, I am a learning technology specialist freelance. Please visit me at bryceandfinney.com, select learning technology, and I'd love to help you out. All right. Happy recording.